Now, last time we wrote the listing here this way, and the MKL looked different, but let's go ahead and clear this. So if we look over here first at the title, let's move these keywords out. This guy here has the biggest keyword juice, like the highest keyword juice. Granny Says is second. Max Hauser's third. Max Hauser has 3 listings here in the top 5. Maybe they're a data dive user. Let's see what we can do here. If we hit the AI copywriter, let's see what it does to the title.
So just going over a little bit while we're waiting for this to load, the process of now building your title, bullet points, description, etc. We're essentially going to use AI to pull in the keywords and give a little bit of logic to it, and then we'd go in and give it that real human touch. Is that right?
So so that's exactly right. So if you look at the bullets, it puts some keywords into the bullets for you. But you can make it much longer and add a little bit more. So what I like to do sometimes is to optimize instead of maybe using the AI right away. So if I want to optimize the title and the bullets, I want 75 characters of just keywords, right? So if we do it that way, watch what happens where I've got 2 keywords here: walk-in closet organizers and storage, and organization storage closet, right? So now I can use AI. I make a note of these keywords and I use AI to write the and what's interesting is, look at this, we actually came in second now. But we left a lot of space in the title for you to go ahead and to write. I'm curious where.
And then also once we head back over there, can you just give us a bit of an idea of what ranking juice is? We're seeing that pop up, and just a conversation on what it means.
Yeah. So we basically have a mathematical formula that takes into account your relevancy, the search volume, the search frequency, and gives you an idea based on the broad search volume of the root, the broad search volume of these keywords, relevancy, and then gives it a ranking juice score. And so these are the keywords that you need to prioritize. And then depending on your match type, you're going to get credit towards that ranking juice. So if you see here, remaining ranking juice is 0, but now there's remaining ranking juice because we didn't write it in exact form anywhere. When you write something in exact form, you unlock the maximum ranking potential of that keyword because you've unlocked the maximum relevancy. But if you only write it in broad format or in phrase format or plural format, you're only getting a percentage of that credit. The same way we saw that second bestseller was ranked 20 for the singular and 45 for the plural, it's because they did not unlock the 100% of the ranking potential because they only wrote the plural form or the singular form and didn't use the plural form anywhere. So Amazon's ranking algorithm is your performance times your relevancy, and your relevancy is based on how you write the keyword and where you write it and in what format.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
So we've created a mathematical formula based on the algorithm, the ranking algorithm, on how you need to write your listing to maximize rank.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
So if you look here, we've got title, bullets, description, and we've got title, bullets, description. These are all of your roots. You've got this root, hanging closet organizer, is only in the description. It is not in the bullets. But you have closet organizer and you have hanging closet in the title. So they're kind of in there, but it's closet hanging instead of hanging closet. So you have a broad match. And if you look here, it's because these are the keywords it prioritized. It put closet organizer and closet organizers in the title. So you have both the singular and the plural. Then closet storage organizer and closet hanging organizer. Now we have a very important thing that we need to be aware of. If you write the word organizer too many times, you're going to start to lose ranking credit. And so you see here, the organizer is written 4, 2, and 1. 7 times we've got organizer, and we've got closet 6, 8, and 2. Now, the rank potential for just closet and just organizer are now diminished. But we're not trying to rank for just closet and just organizer, luckily. Closet organizer, we only wrote it twice, so we're okay. Hanging, again, we crushed it way too many times. We're actually losing the ability to rank for hanging. But hanging closet, we're only 3 times. What you want to make sure is that for any given root that's a relevant root, you do not write it more than 3 times. If you write it more than 3 times, you're going to hurt your ability to rank on it. Amazon wrote this into their algorithm because people were taking advantage of it. It used to be that the Chinese sellers, not to single them out, but it was them, they would launch a brand new product and they would write the same keyword 30 times in the listing, and they would get more and more credit for it because of that. So now we're in a position where they had to rewrite the algorithm to punish that behavior. So you actually, instead of getting extra credit, you get less credit after the 3rd time.
Yeah, that's really important, because just thinking that you want to rank for 1, 2, 3 main keywords and putting PPC spend and all those things towards it, when you're overutilizing in the listing, not only hurts the customer experience. Nobody likes to show up and see the word closet written 16 times in the title and bullet points. But exactly like you said, right? It's that unfair advantage of someone coming in and just having more words than the rest of them. So it makes perfect sense on why they would do that.
Right. And now we've got hanging travel organizer is a little bit longer than some of these others, right? So what I want to do is I want to get travel organizer into the title instead of the bullets, right? Because you are travel first with this variation, as my understanding.
That's right.
So your closet storage organizer, as big of a keyword as this is, and if we look at it, it's massive, right? We're going to leave closet organizers. Let's put this one as the singular because it's the biggest one. And we're going to get rid of the plural. I guess we already did. It says closet organizers is also in the title, but maybe we already got rid of it. And then I'm going to add this one. Oh, that's not the right one. I want to put the travel one in there. So let me put travel. So hanging travel organizer. I have to plural. I should what's your brand name?
Voyaj. Voyaj.
Like this?
You got it.
So closet organizer, hanging travel organizer. Now you can put something catchy or a use case or something people are searching for. So what you can potentially do here, and our ranking juice is lower than our competition right now, so we can fix that with maybe moving hanging closet organizer to there. This is significantly smaller, but if we wanted to do that now, we would see a big bump because we would be covering both of these. And now we're in first. So we're using 200 out of 200. We probably want to reduce another keyword in here because we're at our cap, and anything after 150 really doesn't get a ton of love anyway. But when we did the AI product brief, I remember, and we were able to see who the typical avatars are. And it was said frequent business traveler. So they need a portable hanging travel organizer that can easily fit into their carry-on luggage and keep their clothes organized and wrinkle-free. So this is kind of the main person that you're dealing with, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So fits all carry-on luggage, and then we can see if there's any carry-on keywords.
Yep.
So let's go back over here to the listing builder. Let's look at carry-on. And we can make a decision to, since this is in the title, this is carry closet suitcase. Why is it? Oh, because on is ignored. So this is actually carry on closet. It on is a conjunction, so it's ignoring it. So you got to be careful of that. Let's get rid of this. We're not let's get rid of those. Carry on closet. Now you're not the suitcase, so maybe this isn't the right keyword. Or you think this is good? We should target this.
Well, we're not the suitcase, but also the logic. There are some, like if we look at say pack gear that's on there, there's some other competitors that are ranking there for that keyword. And the other thing to consider is would be significantly less expensive than actual suitcases. So that could be an opportunity.
Right. Someone launched this one and is using data dive for sure because their score is really high, but they're not doing too good. So it'd be interesting to see why. Their bullets are too long.
There's really the exact trend we saw where it picked up in December, January, February, and now it's slowing down. It's going along with the niche. Even though they aren't doing the best, it's definitely the trend is going along with the niche.
It's probably a PPC strategy combined. I mean, their image is could be better as well.
Yeah.
So this tag with language, I think that there's too much. Yeah, like it's too long of a sentence.
Yeah.
And then there's an extra like value add here. It's a cute tactic to put this here, but they definitely could rewrite this tag to talk about like what it does, the value proposition.
Yep, of course.
I think that fits, and additional research you can do to figure out what you should put here, because we're going to revisit this in a second. But additional research you can do is when you come to deep dive. What I like to do is look at what is the second image really being portrayed here. Like what is the key that everyone's really like trying to say, and these are all in-house, right? But
Yep.
This guy is saying hanging travel shelves, stow and go. They do say it's trademarked, by the way, stow and go. See that?
Yeah.
So that's definitely be careful using that. Large capacity. So holds a lot is the what they're hoping to convey as the value proposition.
Yeah.
So what is the problem that you're solving that people need to see that you solve in order to check that box to buy the product? And so this guy thinks it's capacity. This guy thinks it's travel, right?
Yeah.
Easy to travel with. This is just a feat, like what it does, right? Fits in your bag.
Yeah.
How to pack and unpack. So this is efficiently. So efficiency, available in 3 forms. That's not very good. So this market isn't built out in a way that they're doing a good job of conveying that.
It's not a very sophisticated niche.
No, definitely not based on the content. Streamline your travel. This is just a copy of the other guys.
Yeah. Which is a huge opportunity.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I do think you do need all those other variations to just capture the entirety of this market, though. Like it would help. It would help significantly with your marketing and your conversion rates.
Yep.
And here's these guys. I'm curious what their second image is. Yeah, it's just sizes. You never want your sizes image to be your second image. That's not the main thing stopping someone from buying it.
No, that's right.
Okay. So we're back here. Our ranking juice is at 2.4 million. The question is, like we have oh, this has carry on. Carry. That's what I was wondering.
So the big thing for me whenever I've used Data Dive in the past is optimizing to bring in the most amount of ranking juice. And then it's almost like stripping back to create an experience for the customer, right? And sacrificing a little bit of that ranking juice while staying very high, if not the top competitor, while still making it readable, but also I think most importantly, appeal to your target customer, which is why I love that you went over and you looked at our product brief, where it told you, who is the target customer, what do they care about, what problem are they trying to solve. So anytime that I look at listings in Data Dive, I'm saying, hey, look, we have a customer and they're trying to solve a problem, right? Let's use the keywords that they would be looking up, kind of getting into their mind, but then also build that experience around the listing that shows them, now that you've landed here, we understand you, and this is why the product is good for you.
Exactly.
And I think for each person, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but for each person, they're going to be deeply knowledgeable about their niche and their product, and usually there's some passion, or at least some understanding of the target use case. So now is kind of the creative part of this, right? Where we add in those filler keywords and explaining how we're going to solve that problem for our customers.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So like, to me, this is the main thing that people want is that something that carries a lot, fits in their carry-on, right? So what I want to do is, after character 150 or so, I want to just stuff in these extra value adds.
Yeah.
Because what happens is people click into your listing after the first 5 words. So you don't really have a chance to put in the value proposition that you want in there. Because these first 10 words, like, this is where you see it on mobile.
Right.
So you're not going to want to get rid of that prime real estate for a selling point, because your main image should convey that.
Right.
But before someone checks out, or when they're looking at your images, they glance through the rest of your image, and there are certain words that people want to see psychologically to check the box that they're looking for, to solve the problem they're looking to solve, to check out. Yep. So if size, capacity, and fits in carry-on luggage are it, now you'll be able to get it.
Yep.
But the question is this truly are these the two selling points you need to put? Now you can A/B test that, right? You'll see that your conversion rate will change as you change this last call to action and this last value proposition, USP. You can call it unique selling proposition, or you can call it whatever you want to call it. But whatever, you can change this last section with multiple sentences and rotate it and test it without changing the rest of these keywords you're trying to rank for. And you'll see your conversion rate will change depending on what you write here.
Yep. That's great.
So this is kind of like where I'm at with the title. I think that it's fine. You're indexing as far as your roots go. Your organizers, plural, is in your bullet, and I think that that's okay, right? So you do have the plural in your listing, and so you don't have any holes in your roots, right? I don't think small and small closet are necessarily selling points. People want the large ones, right? Now in your description, you do have these keywords, but you don't need to use the description that's written here. But what I would do next is I would take these keywords, right, into a notepad, and I'm going to copy these over to a notepad, and I'm just going to make sure that, and you can hit suggest keywords multiple times as much as you want, right? And even though the fifth bullet is going to be your guarantee, right? You still can use keywords there. So, you know, Voyaj guarantees that your travel closet, for, with 100% money back guarantee. So if anything happens to your suitcase organizers for travel that you purchased, let us know, or whatever. So it gets a little wonky, but like you can choose to use the keywords there if you want.
Yeah.
Now we can use the AI copywriter, and oh, give me 1 second. I hope I didn't lose the title.
Yeah, we can save that and change that, right?
Yeah, I just got it saved.
Perfect.
Luckily, I grabbed it.
Yeah, perfect.
I think you can revert, though. There's a way to like go back. There's a history, which is good.
Yeah, if you click the little history button, I've seen that before. Yeah.
Yeah, so you do have the history here, so that's good. They didn't change this, but they did change these, and you can increase this, right? So we've got, if we go into the AI bullets, here's where we get to really have some fun. So the most desirable benefits and the most typical buyer of this product. And if I put these keywords in here that it gave me, has an extra one in there, but carry on organizer, yeah. And bullet 5. Populate with optimal keywords. So you can actually hit that, but let me generate. And what's interesting is we could change this specifically to that avatar. So we can cut and paste in here to make this longer, right? And if you look here, you'll see that, did we do a good job? Did we hit the key? Here are the input keywords. Did we hit it? And if the answer is no, right, we rewrite this. So we need to spend some time actually rewriting this, or these bullets, sorry, down here. So keep your walk-in closet organized and clutter-free. So it didn't, right? So we need to change that a little bit. But at least we have this is for walk-in closet. This is not the typical buyer. So most desirable benefit, and instead of typical buyer, let's change it to heavy traveler who wants to keep his clothes organized and wrinkle free with our travel organizer, hanging travel organizer. And then, so playing with the prompts is cool too, and then making sure that the keywords that you wanted in there are there. But the fact that we give you the power to really manipulate the AI however you want and run it, and then play with it is and change the prompts is I think really important.
Yeah, it's kind of like that big AI software that we all know of, but it's very specialized to this specific use case. You don't have that learning curve and having to actually train the AI. You're just saying, hey, in this context, here's the type of person or outcome I'm looking for. Go do it based on all of these keywords. I love that part of it.
Absolutely. So this is great. It nailed the benefit, right? Keep your clothes organized and wrinkle free with our hanging travel organizer. Perfect for heavy travelers who need walk-in closet organization on the go. And we can change this slightly, right?
That basically nails what our target avatar would be looking for.
Exactly. Easily access your belongings with this closet organizers and storage hanging system, ideal for the typical buyer looking for convenience and efficiency. So closet organizers and storage hanging travel organizer. These are tough long tail keywords that don't really sound great. So, it's doing its best.
Yeah. And
you
here,
can see when it's green, it nailed it. And when it's orange, it didn't, right?
right. Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So we got most of the way there, and all the details are here. It will take like maybe another 5 to 10 minutes to write the listing in a final form.
Yeah.
But we can leave that and spoil that for the rest of the users, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon, that was incredible. Thank you so much for popping on. So really, just to sum it all up, we were able to redive and look at all of our competitors and see what the most important things are happening kind of within the niche in the space. We saw the trends. We're going to be launching, going right into one of the biggest seasons, which is a lot of fun for sure. We were able to see all the most relevant keywords and be able to clean that all up. And then finally, we actually used AI, data dive, and all of the ranking juice potential to be able to build out our listing. And so, of course, that last little bit is the touch that we put on it as brand owners and as people that are launching these items towards our typical avatar. But really, we've done a good job from like a data science standpoint to be able to index and then eventually rank for these keywords. And so next thing we'll have to do in a future video as we launch and start to gain reviews and things is build out our PPC campaign so that we can actually not only index, but to start to rank for these items. But thank you so much for popping on today. I do appreciate it. I'll hand it over to you for the final words, and then we'll wrap this one up.
I'm excited for you guys. I think that, we get to see the hard work you put in with identifying maybe a new design or style that people want. I do wish that you were launching with all those styles at once instead of just the one, but it'll be interesting because I think people will learn from it either way. Like if you have some success, you'll see it's possible. But then what's great is I think when those next 3, 4, 5 styles and colors and designs come in, you'll see the conversion rate go up every time. That's typically what we see. And so it'll be great for everyone watching to learn from. So this case study, being as transparent as you guys have been, is phenomenal, and I'm happy I'm a part of it. So thank you for letting me contribute.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, and we will see you on the next one.
Take care, man.